Hi everyone, how are you? You've tuned into MKJTV, and I'm your girl, Lady A. And today is still viewer Q&A, and I'm gonna knock out the last two questions that I have so far. Right? I thought I had like forever, but I blow through these really quickly. So you guys like my jacket? I'm super excited. Like, I got this in the Korean market. It's got like a double zipper to it. How cool is that? I was really excited when I bought it. And she gave me a little discount because I was trying to work it out in Korean. Look, it's got the butterfly arms. Which on the wrong day could make my boobs look ginormous, even more ginormous. But it was working it out today, so I was very excited about that. All right, so we're gonna get ready to the questions. I'm sorry. So I've started watching Dallas, the new one. I think I mentioned this in the other video. So I'm surprised. It's not Scandal. It's not. Scandal has spoiled me. It's not even close to Scandal, but it's pretty decent. What are some of the series you guys are watching? I don't really watch TV, so you know, these series that people are suggesting to me, I'm like, oh, that's okay, all right. I've never really been like a TV person. I always had specific things I watched, like The Cosby Show, A Different World. Like, I watched those things. But other than that, I don't really remember Sabrina the Teenage Witch, anything from TGI Fridays. I don't know if you guys remember TGI Fridays. Thank God It's Fridays. TGIF, right? Used to come on, I think it was ABC, NBC. Anyway, those shows I watched every Friday. But yeah, I just am not a TV person. So what are you guys watching right now? What's catching your attention right now? Scandal's at the top of my list, and I think I'm watching Dallas just to pass the time. I'm watching Scandal, Vampire Diaries, this show called The Following. It's kind of scary, so I only watch it when I go on base with my friends because it's not scary, it's just very suspenseful, so I don't want to watch it by myself. Let's see, The Following, Vampire Diaries, Scandal, Glee, of course, and yeah, that's the only thing I'm watching right now. What are you guys into? Holla at me. Let me know in the comment box. All right, we're 2 minutes in. I got my timer going, so I'm going to definitely try and keep this vid short. All right, so as I said on the last go around, the next two people who are up are Death Angel Deidre. Maybe Deidre. Maybe that's a creative way of spelling Deidre. DEATHANGGEL. I can spell. DEJRA. Deidre. Okay, and her question was what is Opa's channel? All right, Opa's channel is Soon Bum Kwan, or Kwan Soon Bum. I'm sure it'll pop up either way. And you could also look on my channel and go to the people I'm subscribed to and just scroll down to the S's and you'll see it. And you can hit up his channel and subscribe from there. And her other question was, is living in Korea a challenge? Do I want to just roll out? Yeah. You know, it's a challenge, but I feel like anything worth having is a challenge. Like, nothing's gonna be just handed to you like, here, you look like you're a nice person, you deserve it. No, like, that's life. You have to work for everything you have. And for me, my personal goals require me to go against the grain. Like, actually, believe it or not, I hold a lot of firsts, and that's something that I enjoy doing, and that's something I want to leave as my legacy. And, you know, whoever ends up still here, I hope I inspire them to be first. So I was the first black female to graduate from my high school. I was the only black person all 4 years, hallelujah, in my entire class. So that, I was the first with that. I was the first black child to sing with the North Carolina Opera when I was in the 4th grade. Man, I've had a lot of firsts. Ooh, I'm thinking about it. Wow, I was the first to win that award at middle school as well. First black kid to win that award. So anyway, and my family, I think I mentioned in another video, yes, I do have on my pajamas. In another video, I mentioned that my parents are older, so they grew up during the Civil Rights Movement. And so leaving a legacy, making history, all of that was like drilled into my, not drilled, but it was like presented in a way that I wanted to be a part of that. I wanted to leave a legacy, and I wanted to leave history, and I wanted, like my mother who protested and they had their own sit-in at North Carolina A&T University, like I wanted to leave something like that behind, and I did, and I want to continue to do that. Now I want to do it internationally. So with me wanting to have the first talk show, and I guess I could say international, not just because I'm black, but international talk show in Korea, which feels so amazing that I'm even on that road to make that happen. Currently, I'm the first and only to have an international Christian radio show in Korea, and to go on tour and promote that and bring unity with music and people. That's a beautiful thing. So anyway, I'm rambling, sorry. Yes, so my purpose, along with those personal endeavors, as well as what God has called me to do here, which is to serve the orphanage population and the mentally challenged population that's out here. Those things are what keep me on the days that I'm like, deuce magoose, like y'all can have all this because y'all crazy. You're crazy, you're rude, you're racist. Of course, the list goes on with the things you encounter. And of course, everyone has their point where they're like, enough is enough. So yeah, for sure, there are definitely days I'm just ready like, y'all can, I'll leave somebody my code to my door. You can boop, 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 pack up my stuff, send it to me. I'll send you some money and I'm out. Like me and an overnight bag and a plane, and I'm gone. Because honestly, there are definitely days I feel like I can move home. I could probably be married, have children, get a banging job, whatever, open my company back up stateside, like, and be successful. Like I could totally just take the easy way, but I feel like my life is supposed to be the road less traveled. And so the days that I want to roll, that's what I think about. And I think she said she was here before, maybe. Yeah, you were here before, and it was kind of like, how do you do this on a regular basis? So that's why I deal with that on a regular basis, is I focus on why I'm here. And also, not only do I focus on why I'm here, but I don't allow those negative situations to cancel out the really amazing people that I've met, the beautiful things that happen here, the really great things about Korea, because there are good things about Korea. Like, it's really safe. It's not so safe that you shouldn't keep your common sense about you, but it is overall a pretty safe place to live. There's definitely culture and history here. There's definitely the convenience of travel to other countries here, right? There's all sorts of people from all over the world here. Great people to meet, connect with, and learn about different cultures because of the engineering and there's another reason why people here, shipping, right? Engineering and shipping. So those two things bring a lot of people, and the colleges. So yeah, I focus on the good things. Like, I just focus on that. So that's how I endure. That's how I stay. And of course it's challenging, but as I said, anything that you want to do in life that's worth talking about later, that's worth leaving it all on the field for, it's going to be a challenge. No matter where you live, no matter what you look like, it's going to be a challenge if it's worth having. Okay, next question. Okay, that was it. That was all of Death Angel DeJara's questions. Thank you for writing in. I appreciate it, and I hope that I answered your question. If not, leave it in the box and I'll finish what I think. I think that was sufficient answer for you. Okay. Say AE725, Sabine. I said this last time. I really love your name. Like, that is a beautiful name. I'm sure it means something. So how about you either inbox me or comment below and tell me what your name means. I bet it has a beautiful meaning. And I just love that name, Sabine. It just sounds so exotic, like Sabine. Hello, my name is Sabine. Like, I love it. Do it, do it, do it. Yes, I would sing. That was my name. I would sing it everywhere. Sabine, Sabine, Sabine. Call me Sabine. I would break out in song every time. Like, if that was my name. It feels like you should sing that. So, okay, I'm sidetracking. Oh, congratulations. She got into Korea University. Yay. That's a really hard school to get into. Congrats to you. And so she's coming here in February. Oh, welcome. Maybe we'll do coffee. That'd be so awesome if I could follow up with this video with you at coffee and interview you on your stay in Korea and how was your first experience. That'd be awesome. Great. Let's put that in the universe. Amen. All right. Culture shock. How did I handle culture shock? Okay, so I knew absolutely nothing about Korea when I got here. Nothing. And I didn't really have culture shock, so to speak. I think, well, no, that's not true. I did have culture shock, but I think because I was open and I was like, it's probably not going to be like the States. Like, I'm pretty sure it's not going to be like the States because it's not the States. So I was kind of just like, they say, prepare for the worst. So when the worst happens, it doesn't knock you off. And if it's not the worst that happens, then you're good. You're genuinely like, oh, that's what's up. So that's kind of how I was. I was preparing for the worst. So when things happen, like my school gave me spice covered octopus and wanted me to eat it while I was standing there in front of them, that situation, having, being pushed by an old woman, like, I don't care how old you are. You know what I mean? That's like your first reaction is like, what? Did you just push me? So being pushed by old people, drunken aunties trying to touch you. Oh my God, when I first moved here with my locks, everybody wanted to touch my hair, and it was really gross because it was like they just sneezed in their hand, and or I'd be walking in the market and some lady who had like her dirty gloves on wanted to use those same gloves to touch my hair. No, you may not touch my hair. Answering the same questions over and over again, the lack of knowledge about things outside of Korea. Those were probably the main culture shocks. Seeing little kids at night, like walking around without their parents. I was like, where's your mother? You are like 2. What is happening? But I guess with cell phones and whatever, and maybe their parents have GPSs on their stuff. I don't know. But I definitely had to get used to that. That was probably the most like where are your parents? Let me think. How kids talk to adults. I definitely had to get used to that because I'm from the South. We don't play that. Like, you're an adult. Or you're a child, I'm an adult. What you're not going to do is talk crazy. That's what you're not going to do because you're a child and you don't speak to adults like that. But kids answer their parents with, and they try it with me, and I tell them quickly, I'm not your mama. I don't love you that much. You are not going to disrespect me and it just be okay. I don't know what kind of love that is, but that's not the kind of love I have for you. I love you enough to teach you some respect so that when you leave my classroom and when you go out into the world, you don't get beat down. Like, that's how much I love you. This is tough love. So yeah, kids saying what and no and I don't want to, I didn't feel like it. What? Who are you talking to? No, that I had to definitely get used to. That was a big culture shock. Speaking of culture, I'm totally gonna veer off. Where are the cowboys at? Like, I have not met a Southern man since I've been here. Where are the cowboys? Are they hiding? Do y'all know? Did y'all take them all? Where the cowboys at? Like, and not even like, ooh, I'm trying to like hook up with a cowboy, but just spending time with people from the South who get me and who get how I think, and even this whole respect thing. Where are the cowboys? I don't know it. I miss seeing cowboy boots. I miss seeing tight jeans that aren't skinny jeans that look good on a man. Where are the cowboys? Where have all the cowboys gone? Where are you? Ugh. I just wanted to put that out there. I was thinking about that earlier today. Like, man, I have not seen not one cowboy. That's crazy. Okay, so, yep, that's the culture shock. Men being very, very feminine. I definitely had to get used to that. Like, men sitting in each other's laps. Like, and massaging each other and being very touchy-feely with each other. I definitely was not used to that so much. Like, you see it, obviously, because there's gay people everywhere, right? But not to that extent. It is like, whoa, sir. Just sit on your hands. That's what my mother used to say. Sit on your hands if you can't keep them to yourself. Sit on them. So, yeah. And with the girls, too. And girls, it's, like, curiosity is okay. Like, I had to get used to people filling me up, like, touching my boobs. But it was like, oh, are those yours? Like, just very... It's very contacty, but it's funny because they don't hug. So, like, they touch each other. They're clearly what we would deem as inappropriate with each other, but they don't hug. It's hilarious. Like, super funny. So, anyway, and I'm a hugger. So, that is culture shock. And, again, I didn't have to get over it because I knew I was expecting it to be different. So, I just was like, okay, now that this is a part of your culture, how do I deal with this regularity in your culture? Where do I fit in, and how can I kind of navigate through it without losing who I am, without conforming to something that's uncomfortable for me? So Multicultural residents, mixed residents. I take it you're mixed probably, and multicultural residents. There are mixed kids. Actually, the kindergarten that's across the way from my school, we have like a itty bitty bitty preschool. Then we have a kindergarten, and then we have our school. The itty bitty babies. There's two mixed kids in there, and one just straight up white kid, and then two, they look white and Korean mixed. There are white and Korean populations more than any other mix. There are few mixes, not too many Blasians, as I said in a different video. Usually Blasian children are not well received and or taken care of, and the society itself doesn't really receive mixed children. Although they're obsessed with white people, they don't necessarily want to mix their kids, which is weird. Everything in Korea, I feel like, has like an exact parallel that exists at the same time, which is so interesting as a culture, how it still functions with the exact polar opposites coexisting. So residents, right? Multicultural residents. You know, it's interesting, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. I've seen at least 4, maybe 5 middle school to high school students who are clearly Blasian. Like, there is no doubt that they're Blasian. And they look at me with like such, oh wow. And I'm like, player, is it your mama or your daddy? Who? Probably your daddy, but who? Who is in your family looks like me? Because somebody does, and they lied to you and have not told you that somebody in your family looks like me. Like, and I want to do their hair. I want to like grab them and like do their hair. Like, sweetie, it's not gonna look like her next to you, because that's not what's in your blood. That's not what's gonna come out. So that kind of disheartens me, because I think being mixed is a beautiful thing, and as I said before, I think everybody should mix with everyone else and just become one race of mixed. But I think that if you are going to mix, you have to be wise about it. And that hurts me when I see any group of people that come together and then the kids suffer because one parent doesn't venture out to figure out how to take care of their offspring that has the blood of a different culture, if that makes sense. I hate when I see kids walking around with their hair like, and undone and ashy. Like, baby, you have melanin, sweetheart. We need moisture on that. So I need you to go get some lotion. Like... So anyway, I'm ranting again, sorry. So yeah, there are mixed children here. They actually had to open a school because Korea as a society is just not ready for mixed children to be in like public school. And you would think, well, they should put them in public school and make it work and expose the kids, but the kids are cruel and they're repeating what their parents and their grandparents, actually what their grandparents say, because parents work and then grandmom passes on her knowledge and her opinion to the kids, and then they come to school and they act that out. Like, you'll hear kids saying, I hate Japan did. Dude, you're 10. You weren't even around when that happened. Like, you clearly are repeating what someone else said. Have you ever been to Japan? Do you know anybody from Japan? Okay, then don't say that. So they had to open a school in Seoul specifically for mixed children because of the ill treatment, even from the teachers. Like, they were just not being treated well at all. So Korea as a culture has a long way to go as far as becoming global citizens, which is why I'm so committed to getting this book out this year, because I feel like, not that I have all the answers, but I feel like I can give a small, tiny little piece that will, you know, help push the community along. So they do have things, and Yoonmire, who is a Blasian rapper. Her real name is Natasha Reed, is her name. Her father is black and her mother's Korean, and I think they're still married. And father came over here, met mom, moved to Texas, whatever. And she has a really great story, and she talks about growing up Blasian, whatever. Anyway, she ended up marrying the Snoop Dogg, I'd say, of Korea, and his name is Tiger JK, and he's a rapper too. So she's like a singer rapper, and then he's a rapper, and then so they're married. She has a camp for mixed kids. I don't know if it's still open, but she had a camp for mixed kids, and you know, just tell them that they're beautiful and they're worth it, and like, bump these crazy people, like, you have something to offer, and without you the world would be so plain. So, and I love her for that. So there are different programs for mixed people, but you kind of have to seek them out and find them. And they have some Facebook pages for mixed families, which I'm a member of. There's 2 of them, and I'm a member of them, and I enjoy seeing the babies, the cuteness, and then of course I have friends who are intermarried and blah blah blah. Okay, so there is a population. As a resident, I think you could totally make it happen. If you're an adult, it's probably a lot easier than if you were a child. And do they integrate well? No. I'm sorry, I don't think so. I think there's a difference between tolerance and integration. For me, in my mind, integration is, integration is when you accept me as an equal. We are both human, and the things that I have and say and do are equally as important as the things that you have and say and do, because we're human. We look, just this tiny little half inch of color looks different, but if I were to peel off all of my skin, like, my bone would be the same as your bone, my organs under would be the same as yours. So we're on the same page. To me, that is full integration. You have blended, mixed, and meshed the two. I don't feel like that's like that here. I think, like, people acknowledge you and people see that you're different, and for the most part respect that you're different, but they don't see you as the same. And then that's where the difference of treatment comes in. So, and I think it's moving there, but I don't think that they integrate well. Like, you can't just up and come over here, oh, it's bomb.com. Well, at least that wasn't my story. Let me say that. It wasn't my story. So, yeah, I don't think they integrate well. As I said, they had to open a school because kids couldn't go to school in peace. That should hopefully answer your question. And then, too, I think a lot of it's just a lack of exposure. So I think the more foreigners that do come over for different events and things, and studying abroad and whatever, they can come and live and teach by openly living something different than what maybe the majority of people know or were told, then I think integration again will become better. And they need to see more consistent things, positive images in their media. And the same goes for the US. We definitely, as far as color goes, we definitely need to see more positive images, not only of Black people, but of Latinos, of Southeast Asianers, of even Asian men. I was just reading an article about how Asian men feel like they're stereotyped against. They're always that nerdy guy in the corner who can help you with your math, but he's never like that swaggerific guy that can like yoke you up. And they feel like they have game too. They just don't get any love. So yeah, I think how we interact with people on a global scale will improve in every community when every community is represented fairly and not out of proportion and not stereotypically. So that's my sociology rant for today. Cool, that was the end. That was it. I'm at 22 minutes. Sorry, I'm 2 minutes over. I tried to cut it at 20. So anyway, I hope you have a fantabulous day. And yes, I will catch you at the next viewer Q&A. See you guys later. Bye.